Good evening. At this time, would you please stand as Lauren Walbert will play the Star Spangled Banner and the Shawnee Mission West NJROTC presents the American flag and the Kansas flag. Thank you, Lauren. Would you please be seated? I don't think I've ever seen so many blankets this late in May. Thanks for your patience. We're hoping the weather holds off. If by chance it comes a little faster than we think, we'll have to audible. But our hope is we'll get through everything. Thank you, Mr. Thomas, Mr. Hoopy, Mrs. Van Leeuwen, and our students for the beautiful music to start the evening. I also want to thank the Shawnee Mission West NJROTC under the leadership of Commander Vasquez and Senior Chief Westbrook and our Golden Girl dance team led by Ann McLean for their help with the processional. Good evening. My name is Steve Loe, and it's an honor to serve as principal of Shawnee Mission West High School. I want to welcome our candidates for graduation, their parents and family members, and their friends to the 53rd commencement ceremony of Shawnee Mission West. This is a very special ceremony, and out of respect for each of our graduates, I have been asked by the class of 2015 to request that members of the audience refrain from the use of air horns, noisemakers, cat calls, or any action that would take away from the dignity of this once-in-a-lifetime ceremony. Serving as hosts this evening are the men and women wearing blue blazers in either a corsage or boutonniere. These are teachers at West, and if during the evening festivities you need assistance, they will be happy to help you. Now, coordinating an event like this takes many hours of planning and hard work. I want to thank Secretaries Debbie Ryan and Kathy Hayes, along with teacher Lisa Binge, for their hard work this year. Please join me in thanking them for all of their hard work. Graduates, as you know, you didn't get here on your own. You have had incredible support from your parents, your siblings, if you think so or not, and extended family, aunts, uncles, and grandparents. They have supported your journey in so many ways, paying for those extra violin lessons, proofreading that essay, driving you to practices, washing uniforms, inspiring, maybe in a louder voice than you liked, for you to finish that math assignment. Your family has been there for you in so many ways and has done so with unconditional love. They will always be there for you. Let's take a moment, graduates, and give our parents, brothers, sisters, grandparents, aunts, and uncles a huge round of applause. At this time, it's my privilege to introduce Marche Mozee, president of the class of 2015. Sanabri is the daughter of Nadady Mozee and Marcus Hankins. She will be attending the University of Oklahoma and majoring in psychology. Please welcome Senior Class President, Marche Mozee.
Hello, friends, teachers, administrators, and parents. We welcome you to the graduation ceremony for the Shawnee Mission West class of 2015. To think, 4 years ago, we were freshmen, struggling to find classes and open locker doors, starting an entirely new chapter in our lives, not knowing what the next 4 years would be like when we took on this voyage. And today, we stand here at the end of this 4-year journey, ready to begin yet another chapter in our magnificent stories. We must also thank and recognize those who played a part in our stories, whether big or small. We thank our parents who supported us along the way. We thank our teachers who have challenged us to higher levels of learning. And part of our high school story has also been about the loss of classmates. So we remember Brian Bandera, Houston St. John, and Daniel Williamson, 3 of our classmates who we have lost but not forgotten in our high school journey. As we leave behind those hallways and classrooms, we must make a bookmark so that we never forget. We must never forget these 4 years that have shaped us into who we are. We must never forget the struggles through these years that taught us life lessons, and we surely cannot forget those who helped us persevere to this moment. Tonight, we celebrate the accomplishments of the Shawnee Mission West class of 2015 and what it means to be a Viking one last time. Courageous, victorious, and successful. While beginning our journey down different paths, we will always know that once a Viking, always a Viking. Once again, welcome to the graduating ceremony of the class of 2015. And just as I said that we want to remember these memories, I'd like to take this moment to take a picture with the class while I'm up here. Got it.
Thank you, Snabry. That selfie might outdo the Oscar one a couple years ago. Now I'd like to introduce those joining me on the platform this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, as I call your name, please stand. Audience, will you please hold your applause until all have been recognized? First, our associate principals at Shawnee Mission West, Mr. Keith Burgett, Mrs. Connie Springfield, and Mrs. Erica Warren. This evening, we are honored to have Associate Superintendents Dr. Gillian Chapman and Dr. Leanne Neal. We welcome several Board of Education members this evening, Dr. Craig Denny, Mrs. Donna Bisfield, Mrs. Sarah Goodburn, and Mrs. Joan Levins. Also joining us on stage this evening are administrators who help provide an excellent educational experience in our West attendance area. Jennifer Griffith, representing Apache. Jennifer Tilley could not be with us, but she represents Comanche. Michael Orr from McCullough. Karen Foucher from Overland Park. Justin Green from Pawnee. Chris Lash from Rising Star. Dr. Debbie Schluben from Sunflower, and Eric Rimbold from Westridge Middle School. Please join me in welcoming them to tonight's ceremony. At this time, senior choir members under the direction of Mrs. Laura Van Leeuwen will perform "You'll Be in My Heart," arranged by Mac Huff. Thank you, Mrs. Van Leeuwen and students. Excellent job. All the wonderful things that happen at Shawnee Mission West are due to our great faculty and staff. I would like to take a few moments to share some information about our faculty. As you can see, the faculty members are seated on either side of the candidates. Each is wearing the academic regalia that identifies their highest degree and the college or university from which they received their degree. At Shawnee Mission West, there are 166 teachers, paras, and support staff. In addition, we have 32 custodians, food service employees, and administrators. Among the faculty, 105 hold master's degrees, 3 hold educational specialist degrees, and 2 hold doctoral degrees. Together, we average 20 years of teaching experience. This year, 10 members of the teaching faculty will be retiring. Together, these individuals have provided over 289 years of service to the students in Shawnee Mission. As I call the name of the individual retiring, would you please stand? I would ask the audience to hold their applause until all have been introduced. Mr. Keith Burgett, Administration. From our Social Studies Department, Mr. Ron Walker, Mrs. Cheryl McGuire, Mrs. Marilyn Gincher, and Mr. Scott Dory. From our English department, Mrs. Vicki Hansen. From our World Language department, Mrs. Barb Summers. From Science, Mrs. Linda Carlson. From Special Education, Mr. Jay Holliman and Mrs. Kate Sokoloff. Please join me in thanking our retirees as well as our entire teaching and support staff for all they do for our children. At this time, we will recognize the top scholars of the class of 2015. Again, I would ask the audience to hold their applause until all have been introduced. Dr. Chapman, will you please read the names in alphabetical order? And Dr. Denny, will you be so kind to place an honors medallion on each recipient? These students have earned a 4.7 GPA or higher during their full 4 years at West, and thus earned the distinction of graduating summa cum laude. Honoraries, please come forward as your name is announced.
It is my honor and privilege to recognize these top scholars. I'd like to repeat what Mr. Lowe said. A cumulative GPA of 4.7 or higher is an incredible accomplishment for students who are also very actively involved in their buildings, in the community, and in their schools. Harrison Daniel Berggren. Catherine Emily Brown. Elijah Peter Bundy. Matthew Joseph Connell. Parker Ryan Henley. Catherine Grace Pendleton. Catherine Elena Riedel. Lucy Camille Rogers. Jack Thomas Snyder. Hannah Rochelle Sutherland. Victoria Saunders Thomas. Elaine Marie Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, please, a round of applause for these top scholars.
At this time, we would now like to recognize those students who have earned a 4.4 to 4.69 GPA over the 4 years at West. These students graduate with magna cum laude honors and are wearing a tricolor black, white, and gold cord. Students who are graduating magna cum laude, please stand. Help me congratulate these students' efforts. You may be seated. Thank you. We'd also like to recognize students who have earned a GPA of 4.0 to 4.39 over their 4 years at West. They graduate with cum laude honors. At this time, students graduating cum laude, please stand. Excellent, excellent job. Thank you. At this time, I want to introduce our student speaker for the evening, Meredith Clark. Meredith is the daughter of Cheryl Clark and Patrick Clark. She will be attending K-State and majoring in nutritional sciences. Meredith Clark.
It only seems fair to say that most of us thought this day would never come, or that it would never come fast enough. Or maybe it was just our parents that said it could never come fast enough. As we have approached graduation day, we have tried desperately to hold on to all the memories and everything we have learned for just a little bit longer. And so, in the spirit of cherishing those memories and everything we have learned for just another few minutes, I would like to share with you the top 10 things we have learned from the past 13 years in school. In elementary school, everything was so important because these were our first lessons, the foundation for future knowledge and skills. So starting off the list, number 1. Who would have known that when we sat next to the new kid on their first day of school, they would still be our best friend to this day? Our best friends taught us there is nothing more important than having a friend you can rely on to support you in whatever you do and push you to do and be your best. Along with making friends came number 2, how to share. Sharing does not only mean sharing toys, but it means sharing ideas, life experiences, and learning how to be a part of a team. After learning how to make friends and share, elementary school began to go by really fast. We did diorama projects over numerous subjects, took spelling tests, and started to explore the vast world of math. Now, one of the most important things we all learned from elementary school was number 3, how to play the recorder. I can sum that learning experience up with 3 little words: hot cross buns. Whether you came from Apache, Comanche, McCullough, Overland Park, Pawnee, Rising Star, or Sunflower, we all came together at Westridge. Now, middle school was a painful time for most of us, in that we found out, number 4, how weird we all are. Even though our parents told us we were spectacular and better than the best, we finally realized they weren't telling us the truth, and that we're all a little weird and awkward in middle school. Along with Westridge came a 5-minute passing period and 8 different teachers in 8 different classes. Number 5, how to handle 8 classes. The thing is, you only figure it out with trial and error, and maybe that's what we learned. Success only comes with trial and error. Number 6, who remembers the blue tape on the floor at Westridge that kept most of us walking on the right side of the hall? Well, judging from the halls at West, not everybody learned that lesson. but that's okay. Truthfully, looking back, those middle school years were not that painful, but we were all very excited to see them end and become freshmen at Shawnee Mission West. So our journey through high school began. It seems like just yesterday we were sitting with our freshman mentors, printed maps in hand, wondering if we would ever remember that the 200 hallways at West don't connect. Continuing the list is what we learned in our high school years. Number 7, do what you love. As students at West, we had the chance to try a lot of new things and find out what we were passionate about. For some, it was arguing policy against others on the debate team. For others, it was making West Side, the yearbook, writing stories for the Epic or smwest.com. For some, it was playing in the jazz band or drumline or singing an a cappella piece in madrigals. And still others, it was creating art and photography, painting, or ceramics. Number 8, never underestimate the resources of parents, teachers, administration, and sponsors. We figured out adults aren't as old and lame as we think. They have actually been in our shoes and have learned a few things along the way. We learned that if we take half a second to listen to them, they can usually save us time, effort, and maybe even some bumps and bruises. Number 9, the importance of compassion. High school is such a busy time for everyone. We are trying new things, involved in different clubs and activities. As a part of the Viking family, we realized we need to take time away from our busy schedule to ask people how they're doing. We realized we are responsible for each other and our well-being. Over the past 4 years, we have lost several Vikings. The support from our Viking family, as well as other schools, has taught us the importance of compassion and how one picture, one sign, or one word can make a difference. And lastly, number 10 of the top 10 things we have learned in school. Cherish your experiences and always learn from them. We have had 13 years of experiences, tremendous, sad, interesting, boring, and everything in between. Time moves so fast, don't forget to enjoy the now. Class of 2015, we should be proud of everything we have accomplished, from state titles to academic excellence, to our efforts in making West a place where everyone is treated like family. Let me leave you with this quote from writer Robert Fulghum. And it is still true, no matter how old you are, when you go out into the world, it is best to hold hands and stick together. As members of the Viking family, we will stick together. And as it has been for past graduates, so it shall be for us. Once a Viking, always a Viking. Congratulations, class of 2015. We did it!
Thank you so much, Meredith. I appreciate that. Time for the presentation of the class of 2015. Before we get to the honor roll, though, we have many distinguished achievements in this class, and I'd like to share those with you. The class of 2015 is blessed with exceptional student leaders who have given their time and energy to make Shawnee Mission West a better place. As I call your name, will you please stand? I would ask that the audience please refrain from applause until all students have been recognized. Student Body President Matthew Connell, Student Body Vice President Meredith Clark, Student Body Secretary Julianne Francia, Student Body Treasurer Jack Snyder, Student Body Parliamentarian Paige Henderson, Senior Class President Sinead Mozee, Senior Class Vice President Carter Grissom, Senior Class Secretary Kayla Howard, Senior Class Treasurer Hannah Lalonde. At this time, though, seniors, if you were an FMP mentor or an officer in a student organization, would you please stand also? Let's please thank all of these student leaders for all their efforts. You may be seated. Thank you. The class of 2015 has 6 members who have been recognized for successfully competing against other seniors from across the United States on the PSAT and the SAT. This first group are commended scholars. They are the top 3% of students taking the PSAT. Seniors, as I call your name, please stand. 2015 Commended National Merit Scholars are Harrison Berggren, Catherine Brown, Tori Thomas, 2015 National Achievement Program Outstanding Participant, Aaron Murphy. I'd like to continue with our finalists. The next graduates who will be announced receive the highest honor bestowed by the National Merit Program, as they have been recognized as a member of the top 0.5% of all 2015 graduating seniors across our country. These students have distinguished themselves as National Merit finalists: Elijah Bundy and Catherine Riedel. Please give all of these young people a wonderful applause. You may be seated. Thank you. The Governor's Scholars make up the elite group of Kansas seniors who performed in the top 1% of their high school graduating class. This year, we have 4 students who have been recognized by the state of Kansas for this honor. They are Catherine Brown, Parker Henley, Jack Snyder, and yes, you may stand. Some of you might get tired tonight, that's okay. And Elaine Williams. Would you please give these folks a big round of applause? You may be seated, thank you. The class of 2015 has 8 members who have successfully completed West's signature program, Biotechnology, and will have an endorsement placed on their transcript. As I call your name, please stand. Philip Aguilar, Johanna Balke, Penise Borzvart, Austin Brewer, Michael McCosh, Zachary Morales, Jeffrey Potts, Andrew Thomas, and Austin Weber. And before we give a round of applause, I have a couple additions. I would like to add that Austin Brewer competed in Houston, Texas at the International Ecology, Environmental, and Engineering Competition and won a bronze medal for his design used for purifying our local water supply. Also, Penise represented our Kansas, Oklahoma, and Nebraska region at the National Junior Science and Humanitarian Symposium in Washington, D.C. Excellent job. In addition, we have another senior we want to recognize who has successfully completed another signature program in our district. Grace Euloris, if you would stand, please. She graduates with an emphasis in professional health studies. Congratulations, Grace. Seniors, if you were a member of the honor roll, NHS, Spanish NHS, or Art NHS, will you please stand and be recognized? You may be seated, thank you. Music, art, drama, video production, and robotics are outstanding programs that we have at Shawnee Mission West. This class has members that distinguish themselves at the state and national levels in these programs. As I call your name, please stand. We'll give a round of applause at the very end. State choir members: Mitch Arndt, Matt Connell, Emily Herbers, Carly Pinnock, and Brianna Thomas. State orchestral members: Valerie Eckhart. State band members: Penise Borzvart, Brittany Cornwell, Preston Thomas. Continue to stand, hang in there. In our drama department, we have several recognitions. Our drama department was nominated for several Starlight Theater Blue Star Awards. 2 of these highlight our seniors. First, Brianna Thomas is nominated for Outstanding Ensemble, and I'd ask for the 18 senior members who produced and helped put on A Year for Frog and Toad to please stand at this time, for they were nominated for Outstanding Overall Production. Let's give all of these young people a great round of applause. In art, August DeMaria received a $20,000 scholarship, renewable for 4 years, from the Kansas City Art Institute. At the 2015 Student Television Network Spring Nationals contest, Jack Arndt, Bailey Eckerson, Andrew Ferguson, and Evan Johnson placed second in the experimental SFX category, and Emma Santee and Brock Nelson placed third in the lifestyle reporting category. Would you all please stand? Thank you. In debate, we'd like these debaters to stand for us. Mitch Wagenheim, Karan Sarai, and Courtney Klepper were all state qualifiers in debate and forensics. Mitch and Courtney went on to be state finalists in forensics, and Mitch was also a double national qualifier in forensics. Congratulations. From our journalism department, state qualifiers were Kayla Howard, Hope Erickson, and Natalie Dirks. State journalism winners were Maddie Lowe, Julianne Francia, Isaiah McKay, and Hannah Lalonde. Would you all please stand? Thank you. Robotics. What a special year for our robotics team. Our robotics team placed second at regionals and qualified for the world competition in St. Louis. Andy Thomas, would you please stand? He is our senior member and a very important part of this robotics team. Thank you. Now, seniors, if during your years at Shawnee Mission West, you were a member of the band, orchestra, choir programs, or if you were involved in video production, drama, journalism, debate, or robotics, please stand at this time. Outstanding job. You may be seated. Thank you. Moving on to athletics. I'd like to share all of the distinctive awards that this group has won. First, 22 students in the class of 2015 have been offered and have accepted athletic scholarships. In football, Isaiah Macklin, Carter Pimbridge, and Asher Goldston earned all-state football honors. In girls gymnastics, Caroline Miller was the state champion on beam and earned all Sunflower and all Metro honors. From boys basketball, Lewis Rollins was second team all Sunflower League. And I apologize, please stand as I call your name. From girls basketball, Morgan Mock earned first team all Sunflower League, third team all state, KBCA all academic team, and Greater KC basketball coaches all-star team. From boys swimming and diving, Harrison Berggren, Parker Henley, and Jack Snyder earned academic All-American honors. From bowling, all Sunflower League second team honors go to Michael Worth and Jessica Brewer. From our girls soccer program, our Lady Vikings are currently co-Sunflower League champs for the 2015 season. Mallory Martin was named to the All-Sunflower second team as defender. Morgan Mock broke the school record for number of goals in a season this year. She was also named to the All-Sunflower first team and was also named Sunflower League Offensive Player of the Year. In girls diving, Katie Geraci was the Sunflower League diving champion and was named to the All-Sunflower First Team. And in baseball, Jonathan Scholl was named to the All-Sunflower League Second Team as a pitcher and DH. Would all the members of the class of 2015 who were a part of an athletic team, a member of the dance team, or a cheerleader, please stand at this time and be recognized. You may be seated. I would now like to ask the members of the class of 2015 who have made the commitment to join the armed forces following graduation to please stand when I call your name. Navy Reservist Andrea Franklin and Vincent Pyle. Currently already a Marine, graduated early, I want to recognize Dante Guerrero. And at this time, I have a very special privilege to announce a very prestigious military appointment. NJROTC Cadet Abby Lavin has earned an appointment to the United States Air Force Academy. On behalf of your teachers, fellow students, and our community, we want to thank you for your courage and willingness to serve so we might live free. 91% of the class of 2015 has indicated they will continue their education at a 2-year, 4-year, or technical school following graduation. 1% will be entering the military, and 8% will enter the workforce. Currently, the value of the scholarships earned by the class of 2015 is over $7.4 million. Dr. Denny, on behalf of the faculty and staff of Shawnee Mission West High School, I present to you these candidates who have completed or will complete all requirements prescribed by the state of Kansas and the Shawnee Mission Public Schools. It is my honor to recommend these students be awarded a diploma with all the rights and privileges associated therewith in recognition of their accomplishments. Dr. Denny.
Good evening. On behalf of the Shawnee Mission Board of Education, I congratulate each one of you. You've reached another milestone in your journey through life. Up to this point, your parents and your teachers have guided you. Going forward, you'll have more of an opportunity to choose your own path. You are well prepared for the challenges that lie ahead, and there will be challenges. You will succeed with persistence and determination. Set your goals high and stretch to reach them. According to Michelangelo, the greater danger for most of us is not that we set our goals too high and miss them, but we set our goals too low and reach them. Once again, I'd like to recognize those who are entering the military or service academy. Would you stand once more? So that you know that there are role models among us. Would those in the audience who have served in the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, or the Coast Guard, would you please stand so we can recognize you? Thank you for your service. No matter where you go after West, I suggest you be nice to people, do more than you're asked to do, and believe in yourself. Winston Churchill said, "We make a living by what we get. We make a life by what we give." Think about that. We make a living by what we get. We make a life by what we give. So remember to give something back as you live your lives. Mr. Lowe, on behalf of the Shawnee Mission Board of Education, I ask that you present the class of 2015 from Shawnee Mission West High School in order for them to receive their diploma.
Thank you, Dr. Denny. Our readers of the roll this evening are seniors: Kelsey Eisenbarger, Hannah Lalonde, Isaiah McKay, Kaylin Olson, and Jack Snyder. The first row of graduates will have their names announced by our video production teacher, Ms. Kelly Gill. Honored guests, let's award the diplomas.
Hannah Rachel Lalonde. Kelsey Ann Eisenbarger. Isaiah Anthony McKay. Kaylin Ann Olson. Jack Thomas Snyder. Sanabri Marche Mozee. Carter Bryce Grissom. Kayla Renee Howard. Matthew Joseph Connell. Meredith Kelly Clark. Julianne Alvenda Francia. Paige Elizabeth Henderson.
Jabez Abate. Aster Bogali Abiyu. Amani Naim Abu Salim. John Tanner Adams. Michael William Adden. Maggie Jo Aids. Philip Jason Aguilar. Salvador Aguirre. Gabrielle Kathleen Akins. Michaela Elizabeth Alafa. Meenakshi Nicole Alada. Damian Raymond Allen. Janae Chanel Allen. Julia Lauren Alley. Ibrahim Ahmed Al-Said. Emmanuel Mayango Amoa. Lucas Dean Anderson. Mark Christopher Anderson. Sharon Denise Anthony. Cassandra Arumbala. Tristina Leanne Arellanes. Jackson David Robert Arndt. Mitchell David Joseph Arndt. Samantha Marie Bailey. Johanna Sophia Balke. Matthew Scott Sammy Barron. Legend Bartlett. Brandon J. Baudry. Anthony James Bendure. Mikel Jonte Tresvant Bennett. Amanda Jane Burke. Harrison Daniel Berggren. Jonathan Daniel Bergman. Elena Marie Blakely. Panis Borzufar Jerome. Elijah James Boyer. Larissa Tiana Boyce. Austin Michael Brewer. Jessica Gray Brewer. Zachary Valiant Brinkman. Jose Antonio Briseño. Alexis Christine Brito. Quayla Lexus Brooks. Patrick Thomas Bruff. Christian Vaughn Brown. Catherine Emily Brown. Keyshawn Janae Brown. Kenesha Lamore Nichelle Brown. Lendell Royce Brown. Maurice Miles Brown. Michael Ryan Brown. Richard Allen Brown. Samantha Madison Brown. Elijah Peter Bundy. Alexis Alexandria Burns. Sarah Paige Burns. Karen Ivori Bustos. Nestor Jesus Caballero Romero. Anthony Cyrus Caceres. Alyssa Cecilia Callahan. Dylan Sinclair Campos. Alexander David Carl. Jordan Ash Carley. Misty Dawn Carmack. Haley Renee Carruthers. Kayla Michael Carruthers. Emil Xavier Castillo Mendez. Daniela Castro. Brenda Gutierrez Chavez. Gabriela Lisette Chavez. Anna Victoria Chavez Flores. Ryan F. Chen. Reagan Clark. Tanner Colby Coatrock. Janae Collins.
Jennifer Brianne Commodore. Hannah Rochelle Conley. Daniel Carl Cook. Matthew John Cooley. Brittany Renee Cornwell. Gilbert Brian Corrigan Jr. Jordan Michaela Cravens. Sydney Elise Crawford. Lauren Francis Crow. Hannah Brianne Cup.
Davion T. Cutchlow, Jr. Joshua Stephen Dale. Tiana Marie Danford. August De Maria. Natalie Nicole Dirks. Jacqueline Elizabeth DeSorty. Michaela Brianne Dillard. Andrew James Dodderidge. Chantel Avis Donahue. Quentin Tyler Doty. Peter Yancey Dream. Remy Binnick Diakovich. Valerie Uta Agnes Eckert. Alexander Mitchell Elam. Martel Antonio Elam. Lucas Todd Elmore. Bailey Nicholas Erickson. Hope Elaine Erickson. Anna Abigail Eschrick. Ashley Marie Feisner. Samuel Felique. Andrew James Ferguson. Eduardo Fernandez. Kyle Allen Fetty. Alexis Marie Fields. Hannah Wilson Figgins. Emily Ann Finken. Hallie Nicole Fitzsimmons. Thomas Robert Flick. Sergio Diego Flores. Ashley Aaron Ford. Time Lee Fortin. Emilio Franco. Andrea Monique Franklin. Emma Marin Franklin. Catherine Michelle Frohart. Joseph Miguel Galvin. Elliot Jair Garcia. Octavia Drew Garza. Antonio Rafael Gates. Tyler Ashley Gopp-Williams. Cameron Lawrence Gay. Catherine Minnick Geraci. Anthony Gervasio. Asher Dontel Goldston. Emily Ann Estelle Gomez. Marley Louise Gomez. Luis Ernesto Gonzalez Perez. No. Josie Shea Gorman. Kyla Rochelle Graham. Alexander LaDrake Graves. Donald Russell Graves III. Infinity Desiree Gray. Alyssa Diane Gregory. Delaney Grace Griffin. Claire Elaine Grostadier. Julia Kristen Gross. Jesus Javier Guillen. Jennifer Guzman Gonzalez. Terry Lynn Hampton. Madeline Grace Hannah. Elizabeth Brooke Harper. Christina Marie Hart. Rachel Nicole Harvey.
Logan Ray Heinrich. Parker Ryan Henley. David Alexander Henry. Emily Marie Herbers. Avery Lauren Herman. Dallas Parker Hill. Brandon Michael Hilt. Skylar Marie Hoffman. Cassidy Noel Hooper. Leah Michelle Haas. Haley Alexis Howell. Shayna Jade Howell. Cheyenne Ricky Hoffman. Jordan Elise Hutchcraft. Brittany Kira Hutzel. Simone Dion Jackson. Jose Angel Jaimez. Samantha Rochelle Jett. DeRay Devontae Johnson. Evan Thomas Johnson. Isis Lachey Johnson. Jerry Todd Johnson. Maya Lynn Johnson. Ariadne Juarez Mejia. Ari Juarez Mejia. Brian Martin Casson. Kate Elizabeth Kellermeyer. Jude Thomas Kennedy. Madeline King. Michael Anthony Kinkler. Sarah Nicole Kirkendall. Courtney Ann Klepper. April Lynn Connect. Kathleen Renee Kepke. Emma Christine Coleman. Addison Brooks Lake. Madison Nicole Langford. Kathleen Olivia Lanston. Ariel Ryan Lyric Batista. Sydney Alexandria Larson. Griffin O'Neill Latessa. Abby Marie Lavin. Travion Jonte Leapart. Esther Jinhee Lee. Andrew Murphy Leininger. Logan Thomas Ledler. Josephine Anne-Marie Likens Osby. Stephen Ray Lindsay II. Justin Anthony Locke. Madison Lorraine Lowe. Aubrey Alexis Logan. Daisy Eileen Lopez. Andrew Lewis Lowe. Hunter Ray Lundquist. Aaron Christopher Lynn. Tessa Rianne Mace. Sophia Alejandra Macedo Zavada. Isaiah Osan Macklin. Martez Javon Madlock Stallings. Jesus Eduardo Magana. Jajit Paul Malhi. Justin Paul Mamero. Dalton Michael Manning. Ramona Maria Mansour. Tyreek Deshaun Gunnels. Yahira Uzalith Marin. Tyler Stephen Marshall. Cheyenne Austin Martin. Mallory Jean Martin. Jonathan Michael Masterson. Joe Aaron Matlock. Morgan Elizabeth Mock. Michael Thomas McCosh.
Michael Trayon McCrae Jr. Savannah Lauren McCunn. Madison Elise McDaniel. Isaiah Patrick McGean. Brianna Nicole McKinney. Leah Moon McLaughlin. Anthony Jerome Miller. Avery James Miller. Caroline Nicole Miller. Joel Christopher Mills. Michael Christopher Miner. Vania Miranda. Lubitsa Mitanoska. Brandon Randall Mitchell. Madison Nicole Moore. Anna Catherine Morales. Zachary Joseph Morales. Brian Lee Moran. Arturo Moreno Jr. Erin Kathleen Murphy. Michelle Novalee Neef. Alicia Naomi Neer. Brock Seaver Nelson. Samantha Lee Nelson. Johnny Traquan Nevels. Brianna Paige Nichols. Shakira Kiessence Nichols. Hamid Neely. Mariana Takirudimana. Mauricio Nunez Leon. Alec Theodore Ober. Samantha Marie Aller. Jessica Daniela Orozco Aldez. Brandon T. Ortega. Chris Timmick Ortiz. Amanda Jo Oshman. Aspen Sierra Sophia Payne. Carter David Kelly Pimbridge. Catherine Grace Pendleton. Carly Rachel Pinnock. Morgan Geraldine Pereira. Noah Michael Perlinger. Nicholas Anthony Perrin. Gregory Roman Plater. Pooja Vinod Paladia. Jeffrey Thomas Potts. Ashley Lauren Prather. Eleanor Kathleen Prevost. Joel David Pridgeon. Michael Jerome Puckett. Monica Lynn Pearington. Vincent James Pyle. Enoch Dante Ragsdale. Cristo Armando Ramirez Orta. Raven Francis Ratliff. Dakota Jackson Reed. Gabrielle Miranda Reed. Lucas Jerome Ryder. Juan Francisco Reyes. Kendall Jean Reynolds. Ella Keisha Rich. Jesse Michael Terrell Richards. Catherine Elena Riedel. Juliana Nicole Rios. Ja'Cory Kintrell Robertson. Christopher David Roberts. Tyson Lee Robertson. Leslie Miera Rodriguez. Lucy Camille Rogers. Kayla Marie Royth. Louis Jamal Rollins. Megan Elizabeth Rongish. Alexis Danielle Rieger. Hunter Reeves Ryan. Kelly Sagrero.
Alejandro Sanchez Fragoso. Emma Marie Santi. Karan Singh Sarai. Perla Sarmiento Torres. Jacob Christopher Sattler. Kyle Patrick Sawatsky. Paige Catherine Scanlon. Haley Eileen Schmidt. Max Ethan Schnitzer. Isaac Dale Schrod. Marquise Dewan Scott. Matthew Dylan Scott. Jonathan Daniel Scholl. Ross Jacob Siegel. Kimball Marcus Simmons. Barissa Pring Singnoy. Erica Lee Smith. Lindsay Renee Smith. Tiffany Leanne Smith. Elena Lorene Snitkoff. Alexander Gordon Spear. Dalton Bradley Sprague. Jack Michael Stahlbaumer. Perry Mikkel Steinman. Ashley Julaire Sturbach. McKinley Jordan Strasbaugh. Catherine Ann Schreit. Matthew Connor Stewart. Skylar Austin Stuckey. Emily Caitlin Sutherland. Hannah Rochelle Sutherland. Sydney Lee Suttles. Sharon Elise Tate. Brianna Yvonne Taylor. Kyle Aaron Teener. Tyler Christopher Thayer. Andrew Lee Thomas. Brianna Lee Thomas. Preston Wayne Thomas. Victoria Saunders Thomas. Rashai Lynn Thompson. Keon Dominique Gabrielle Tooley. Ariana Renee Torres. Jafflet Jocelyn Trolle. Eric Paul Trueblood. Vanessa Citlali Trujillo Pena. Jade Tristan Tyler. Amelia Shoya Valentine. Viviana Guadalupe Varela. Connor Jacob Vargas. Maximilian Lawrence Viveros. Brooke Elisa Wade. Mitchell Bernard Wagenheim. Ozzie Wayne Wagner. Tyler Douglas Wagner. Kurt Andrew Wallace. Shi Ming Wong. Tariq Durand Watson. Matthew Dean Wellman. Sierra Lynn Winsecker. Erica Dawn Westfall. Brooklyn Kopaj Wilkins. Elaine Marie Williams. Kaylee Morgan Williams. Michael Lee Worth. Ian Bradley Wiscombe. Riley Kirk Wiscombe. Neerun Eugene Withersfree. Jasek Patrick Woodrome. Anthony Wayne Woolridge Jr. Sierra Jean Wymore. Grace Demetra Yaloris. John Nael Zaki. Merritt Nael Zaki. Jose Andres Samudio.
Be careful, be careful. On behalf of the Shawnee Mission West faculty and Board of Education, I want to thank everyone for making this a meaningful and enjoyable commencement ceremony. We appreciate it. When the ceremony is concluded, I would invite our parents to please feel free to join our graduates on the field. We're already wet, so why not? Will you please stand and join the senior class of 2015 as they sing the Shawnee Mission West alma mater one last time. You will find the words in your program. Now, graduates, remember, I want to remind you that you need to pick up your diploma in the foyer of the gym immediately following the ceremony. Take it away, Coach V.
Alma mater, hail to thee, sing we now so joyfully. Honor, praise, and loyalty, ever shall our promise be. Onward we are always striving, for thy colors brave undying. Hail to thee, Shawnee Mission West. Hail to thee, Shawnee Mission West.
As graduates, you may now move your tassels from the right to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure and honor to introduce the Shawnee Mission West graduates for the class of 2015. This concludes our ceremony. Please be safe driving home.